Hello and welcome to stockfundo.com. So at stockfundo we try to take questions and queries from our readers and try to respond to them by looking at fundamental and technical value proposition of a stock. So Ronnie has given a query and he has sent it to our email ID stockfundo@releasemail.com, and he's asking that he has position in the following stocks. So a couple of days back we responded on Manappuram, and today we look at the fundamental and technical aspects of Tata Steel. So as per Ronnie, he has bought about 200 stocks at rupees 360 rupees. So we look at how Tata Steel is faring fundamentally, and then we look at the technical aspects of the stock as well. So here is Tata Steel stock, and as there is a lot of gloom and doom in the market, let us not get affected from the overall market aspects, and let's look at how Tata Steel is faring. So basically, a good way to start analyzing a company is to look at the latest quarterly results. So in June quarter, as you can see, that Tata Steel has made about 9,400 crores, 9,455 crores of revenues, which is slightly lower than what they made in March quarter, but they are typically consistent across. So over the past 4 to 5 quarters they have been making in the same range as well. EPS or earning per share in June quarter has been at 13.96, which is higher than what they made last quarter, so that is a positive sign. So overall they are maintaining a run rate. So if you look at the EPS of last five quarters, they are maintaining a run rate of about 13 to 14 rupees per share per quarter, which turns to be about 52 or 53 rupees on an annual basis, EPS on an annual basis. So for the year gone by, their revenue has been 38,000 crores and their EPS has been 52 rupees per share. And looking at the quarterly 13 rupees run rate of the current quarter, they might be able to maintain the same run rate, EPS run rate, for the next whole year as well. So a company whose EPS, earning per share, is about 52 rupees, the current market price is about 272 rupees. This means that you are getting a company at a very reasonable, a top line company at a very reasonable PE ratio of about 5.5. So that itself tells you that Tata Steel is running into a value zone right now. Market cap of the entire company is about 26,000 crores. So you are getting a company, you're able to buy the company at about 26,000 crores, who is making a revenue about 38,000 crores. So that's again a signal that company is in good value zone. Looking at the dividends, the firm is a regular dividend paying firm. It has paid about 80% of dividend in 2013 itself, which is again a really reasonable dividend payout. Looking at some other financial aspects, we can look at the book value of the firm, which is 568, a very good number. So which means that currently at a market price of 262 or 272 rupees, you're getting the firm at 50%, about 50% to its book value. So if somebody buys the whole company and dissolves the whole company, he'll probably get about 568 rupees or 500 plus rupees per share, which is double than what he is actually investing in the firm. So very good. The firm is available at a very good value zone. Another important aspect to look at is the shareholding. So basically, how much shareholding do the promoters have. In this case, basically promoters have only about 31% shareholding, which is a low number. One of the reasons why this company is seeing a tremendous fall and it's currently available at 50% of the book value is declining shareholding by the FIIs. So FIIs, which are holding 2 quarters back about 14.8% of the firm, now only hold 13.1%. The FIIs are exiting the stock. Now one reason why FIIs might be exiting the stock is because overall in the metal sector, the whole metal sector, especially the iron steel pack, has been soft because of Chinese reduction in Chinese consumption aspect. So China has been a soft economy recently, and their iron steel consumption, which drives the iron steel consumption of the whole globe, has been low. So that is one reason why FIIs are slightly negative on metal stocks, especially iron steel stocks. So their share has been coming down. promoters have not sold or pledged their shares, so basically that's a positive aspect, and basically that's what you're seeing in general public shareholding going up. So FIIs are selling and general public is trying to buy these stocks. So these are some of the aspects. We can have a quick look at the balance sheet as well. Firm is having 54,000 crores of reserves and surplus, and about 2,000 crores of secured and 23,000 crores of unsecured loans, which is again for a firm as big as Tata Steel, this is not a very worrisome aspect. So this is the fundamental. To summarize, basically FIIs have been selling the stock, but the stock is available at 50% of book value and only at about 5 or 5.5 PE ratio kind of a thing. Dividend yield has been good, so on a 10 rupee stock, 80% dividend yield, you get about 8 rupees of dividend per stock, which is again basically 3 to 4% of dividend yield for a top line stock like Tata Steel. So let us look at how what are the technical, after covering the fundamentals, we also look at the technical aspect. So basically let us look at how the technicals are showing up for Tata Steel. So basically this is the this is a long-term chart, daily chart for past about 10 years or so for Tata Steel. So we can look at how Tata Steel stock is faring. So basically as you can see, basically we are very close to where Tata Steel was in the lows of 2008. So basically in 2008 the absolute low of Tata Steel was about 136 rupees, and right now Tata Steel recently touched a low of about 197 rupees in this time frame, and after that it had a very decent bounce and currently the firm is trading at about 272 rupees, 272 odd rupee after a slightly down day today. So basically let us try to find what are the support and resistance zones for the stock. As Mr. Roni was saying that he has bought the stock at about 200 stock is about 360 rupees odd. So basically let us try to figure out if he is going to get back his 360 rupees and how much profit he can make. So just figuring out the support and resistance zones for the stock. So basically you can see that immediately there is a possible support available at about 260 rupees for the stock. There is a possible support available at 260 from which the price has bounced back in the past as well. There is a good resistance at about 291 rupees. So basically it's difficult for the stock to cross 291 in a short while, and there is another good resistance available at about 330 odd rupees. So for Mr. Roni to get his price back, the stock has to cross two resistance levels, which indeed is a difficult ask at the current aspect. And basically if you look at other value zones, so basically at about 388 rupees there is another resistance level for the stock, and these are the long-term levels for the stock, and at 500 or so there is another good resistance level for the stock. So basically stock right now will find support, just to summarize, at about 260 rupees. It will get a resistance at about 291 rupees, and another resistance is very close to where Mr. Roni has bought the stock. So it's difficult for the stock to go to 360 rupees where you have bought immediately, but you can basically stock is in good value zone. So basically you can look at lowering your cost, try to procure some more stocks at the lower levels, and try to bring down your average cost. And basically in a year or two when economy revives, and China is already on an uptrend by now, so basically in a couple of years, and even the mining there is more clearance or more clarity on the mining sector in India, basically you can see a very good value out of Tata Steel as well. So basically that was about Tata Steel, and you can keep on sending your questions to stockfundoverdefmail.com, and as always we'll be happy to respond to you.